Welcome to this walkthrough of 3D motion analysis and AI motion analysis inside shot analysis in Trackman Performance Studio. These two features work great together to enhance swing analysis by combining full-body 3D tracking and movement data with AI-assisted video overlay graphics. In this video, we'll show how coaches can use both tools to analyze movement, provide instant visual feedback, and gain deeper insight into swing performance. We'll start with 3D motion analysis, then move into AI motion analysis later. 3D motion analysis. This is the most advanced video analysis feature inside shot analysis and requires two calibrated external cameras to work. Once a shot is captured, the processing indicators above the player shows when the swing is ready for 3D analysis for each angle. By using the two calibrated cameras, the software can track the player in 3 dimensions and quantifies body movement through precise metrics. And because Trackman also tracks the ball and club, all measurements are referenced to the actual target line, providing a consistent and accurate frame of reference. 3D view. Let's take a look at the new 3D view found in the main viewfinder. This shows an interactive 3D model of the player swinging. We can rotate the model, zoom in, and in the view selector up on the left, you can explore different perspectives, including face-on, down the line, behind the player, and top-down views. Over on the right, the 3D numbers are clearly displayed, while only visual references are shown in the video viewer on the left for a cleaner image. Overlays and presets. Up top here on the left, we find the Overlay selector, where we have 3 different sections to choose from. General, that contains basic target, ball, and club overlays. Then we have Video AI, with the AI motion analysis features we will cover later in this video. And lastly, we have the 3D motion analysis options we can choose from. All overlays can be applied, combined, or removed at any time. And here on the left, we can switch between our 2 cameras to preview how the overlays will look from each angle. To maintain clarity, it's recommended to use only a few overlays at the same time, allowing you to focus on the most relevant movement patterns. Above, we have the option of selecting and editing a series of overlay presets. This allows coaches to store multiple parameters under one preset, making it easy to enable and disable multiple overlays in just one click. Then here in the bottom is where we can add new custom presets. Rotation metrics. Let's take a more detailed look at the different 3D motion analysis metric categories. First, we have rotation section shown here. This section describes how the individual body parts, turns, bends, and tilt during the swing. Below, posture tilt measures the amount of side tilt, also relative to vertical, throughout the swing. Then, posture bend measures the player's spine angle, relative to vertical as best seen here from a down-the-line view. Translation metrics. Next is the translation section, where we can select different measurements on how the head, upper torso, and pelvis moves through space during the swing. These movements describe how the body shifts during the backswing and returns through impact. What we see here in face-on view is the sway measurements, which tracks body movement away from and then toward the target. Next, we have thrust metrics shown down the line. This measures movement toward and away from the ball, regardless of whether the player is moving into the back or downswing. Last, we have lift, which captures vertical up and down body movement, as shown here in face-on view. Setup and alignment metrics. Here in the bottom, we see all the setup and alignment metrics. They describe how the player is positioned relative to the target line. This includes distance to the ball, stance width, and ball position, and more. These metrics are used to verify player fundamentals, and this is especially useful for identifying whether misalignment is contributing to directional tendencies in the swing. Graph view. Inside the viewfinder, bottom right, we find the graph view within 3D motion analysis, offering a different way to analyze the swing sequence and timing using data curves. The graph view shows the rotational velocity of the pelvis, torso, arm, and club over time. The color-coded metrics allows you to analyze the kinematic sequence in the order in which different parts of the body reach peak speed. Here in the timeline, we can also zoom for a more detailed view, in this example around impact. This view really helps evaluate timing, coordination, and how energy is transferred through the swing. In addition to sequence, the magnitude of each peak shows how energy builds through the swing, ideally increasing toward the club. Auto select. During a session, shots can be processed automatically and become available for analysis. By default, as seen here in the shot list on the left, the system automatically selects the most recent shot. But this can be disabled to allow the coach to stay focused on a single swing while the player continues hitting shots. AI motion analysis. Now let's take a look at the different AI motion analysis overlays in the Video AI section. This is a simple and efficient way to automatically add visual overlays to your video recordings. It replaces the need for manual drawing and is designed for instant visual feedback. It uses artificial intelligence to track the club, head, shaft, and body directly from recorded video, generating the visual overlays in real time. AI motion analysis does not output data parameters. It focuses purely on adding visual references and only requires a single camera, either face-on or down the line. The system provides both static and dynamic overlays, as we can see here in the overlay selector on the right. Dynamic overlays track those same references throughout the swing, making it easy to see how the body moves over time, as we have already selected. Below, static overlays represent setup positions, such as shoulder plane and head circle, giving multiple options on visual reference at address. Additionally, when we select face-on view, we can select multiple motion trails for hands and club, plus add player box and more depending on the camera angle. Lastly, the skeleton overlay is also available, displaying joints and body structure directly on the video from both angles. This provides a clearer visual reference for how the body moves during the swing. That's our overview of 3D motion analysis and AI motion analysis in Trackman Performance Studio. Together, these tools can provide both data-driven insights and great visual feedback, supporting more effective coaching and a deeper understanding of the swing. They also complement each other in practice, especially in situations where two camera setups as required for detailed 3D motion analysis is not available. Here, coaches can still benefit from fast and efficient visual feedback using AI motion analysis. Thanks for watching.